The Sphinx and its temples were most likely designed to keep the great pharaoh's memory alive through sun-powered religious rituals. But there are parts of the complex that look incomplete. Compelling new evidence suggests Khafre's great resurrection machine may never have been switched on. The Great Sphinx and its temples are slowly giving up their secrets. The Egyptians built these monumental structures for the great pharaoh Khafre, designed to ensure he was worshipped after his death. But there's a problem. Some parts of the complex around the Sphinx appear incomplete.
This ledge tells me they never really finished the job of the Sphinx and the Sphinx Temple.
Egyptologist Mark Lehner suspects the men cutting this wall abandoned their work. Seen from the air, the wall on the left of the Sphinx is a straight edge, but the wall to the right has a suspicious protruding ledge.
Suddenly, we have this huge shelf of bedrock sticking out. This is exactly where they stopped. And this suggests to me that they never really finished cutting the Sphinx ditch.
Mark and fellow investigator Richard hunt for evidence that the ancient Egyptians had started to cut this part of the wall away.
Probably this patch was one person's allotment, and probably he was squatted here, and he's pounding with a hammerstone, possibly a chisel now and then.
As Mark and Richard clean the area, they find what they're looking for. Evidence that this rock face was still being worked on when it was abandoned. These three channels cut into the rock could have been chiseled out by laborers, part of a technique for removing the stone most efficiently.
You can see that he cut these channels probably with a pick, leaving the raised humps that he would then waste away with a heavy hammerstone. There must have been 36 such workers, each with their own patch, clink-a-chink with their picks, and then blasting the humps away with their hammerstones to bring the ledge down to the level of the Sphinx floor. It must have been quite a scene.
But Mark is convinced these Egyptian workmen suddenly walked off the job and left. Why?
And our best guess that the reason they stopped is that Khafre died, and a new king came to the throne, and they had to start immediately on his pyramid complex. The resurrection machine that Khafre planned with the Sphinx and Sphinx Temple was never finished.